Hello and welcome to the recap episode of this Civilization 5 Vox Populi Let's Play series. What a title. The title actually, Roman with the Romans. So we have won. I'm going to do a recap, bring the map up, replay the entire game. So if you've not watched this entire series, that's fine. You can just watch this episode. And if it sounds like something you might want to watch in the future, there'll be a playlist at the end you can go back and check out. So I guess spoiler alert, we did win. I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. But we were playing as Rome, so this is quite good that we got Augustus Caesar. And the info is we won. Demographics. It's the end of the game. Of course we have all of this. So let's get to the start of the game. This is a bit laggy here, unfortunately, so bear with me. And let's get to the map. And okay, we're at the start. Let me try and remember everything here and recap everything. So bear with me if there's any mistakes. I'll do my best. Here we are down here. We started off, well, I didn't know it at this point. I didn't know I had an island. Started off, I can't actually remember what was around us. I don't think I'm able to move the map around behind me. And I'm afraid to close this window and do one more turn, because I'm not sure I'll be able to get back to this map. I'll probably try this at the end, so for the next series I might do that. Jump away from here, show you the actual lay of the land. So anyway, we picked a starting spot. Obviously had a desert here. No, I just can't get in my head what was so good about the start that we picked. Either way, we explored. We started exploring. I remember we had a little bit of a tricky start, but nope, we met no one. We met absolutely no one. Barbarians was all. I don't think I even found this city-state for a while, because it was up through the desert and all. Finally found that city. This city-state I think I found very late. I might have found up here before down here. Nah, probably not, because I managed to explore my entire island. Now that's not good, because I'm an aggressive civ. Rome, well, at least I was planning on playing it as one. I think that's probably the only way to play it on this sort of map, because you have to expand as Rome. And I was trapped. I had nothing. But still, I built up my civilization. The problem is that, can we actually see the other Aztecs? What's it called? Oh, here's the Aztecs. Here's the Ottomans. And let's play a turn or two. There we go. So here's all the other civs appeared. As you can see, nobody was here. The problem is they can build their civilization better than me. They're the AI. They have advantages. They have massive bonuses that come into it. So I finally met them. Oh, by the way, you can just about tell here, this city-state locks off the land. Like, I cannot get past this. So I'm thinking maybe there's land here. So the only way for actually me to get here without trespassing is to go over here, develop sailing, go across and have a look at everything. I developed sailing quite late. In fact, they met me first. Let's play on here and show you what happened. Look how far away he was actually. And so this is taking me ages. I'm having trouble with barbarians. I kept losing a few early units. Now that seems enough for a moment. As you can see, I still have one city. Now this is standard. The AI has 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Like, it's the AI is a beast at this sort of early game stuff, which is why I feel you nearly have to go to war with people. Well, you don't have to, but so here we are. Finally got our second city. Look at them. They're spawning like crazy. Third city. So, and these are nice cities, I seem to remember. These are really nice looking cities. And we have our eye on a couple of cities over here along the coast. But you got to bear in mind, I still haven't met anyone. Turn 144. Nobody. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, I didn't even realize how far away these guys actually were. This actually might be the farthest away from anyone I've ever started a game. Next series, I plan to use a different style map. So hopefully this won't happen again. Now, I guess a couple of wars must be happening. The Carthaginians were probably the biggest. The Ottomans had a great tech lead. They had their own little island by the look of it. Well, more of a peninsula. They weren't completely landlocked. But they became the technology. technological leader. AIs can do that better than us. Also, civs that have the ability to do it can. So they obviously kept themselves safe enough from here. Actually, I'd like to just go back a turn or two. Now that is a Carthaginian city, okay. But look at the Carthaginians just sprawl out. Actually, let's concentrate on the Carthaginians for a few moments. It looks like they took out. This is Korea down here. Korea are a tricky civ, usually with their tech and all. Although I've not really played them much, I only just got their expansion. So the Carthaginians expanded into there, and look how many cities they have. Amazing. Aztecs, you don't want to start next to the Aztecs at early game. They are beasts, militarily speaking. But then again, you don't want to start far away from them, like I have, because you want to be able to stop them. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do that in this game. I don't even know they exist at this point. And that could have been trouble for me. Luckily, well, we'll see what happens. Okay, we got a fourth city here. Still, I don't think we've met anyone. This is the first time we've met some. The Assyria has... we might have met their unit before this, but they have finally... they forward settled us. So that's sort of good for us because it gets us to be able to start a war. We want to start a war. Anything else happening? No, I think most people are respecting each other. The Carthaginians took out the Koreans. Really, that's it. I'm just looking where this city from here came into it. So yeah, this finally gives us something to do. So sorry, let me play on here. I don't think it will take us long to declare war. Right, this was something worth noting a little earlier. I was at war with this city-state for, I'm going to guess, 80 turns or so. Probably from around back here, 50 turns or so. I had a lot of trouble with them, but it wasn't so much trouble. It was, I knew it was going to take me a while. I just kept hammering away at them. So once they were defeated, I probably started to look at over here. I might have sailing at this point. I might be able to, or is it fishing I need? I think it's sailing. I might be able to embark and disembark across this water. Let's play on and see what happens here. Also keeping an eye on the rest of the world. Okay, so we took this city and we actually... Now, why did I do that? I think it just wasn't placed as I would like it. So I raised it to the ground. Which, yeah, it's fine. I think I wanted to fit one city here and one here. And it might have been in my way for that. I'd like to see what the Aztecs did here. Okay, they just forward settled up here. Nothing too serious. And how about the Ottomans? No, they're not doing anything, really. They're just sticking to their own land. And the Carthaginians took over another Korean city. I think by the time I get there, Korea's gone. This city, by the way, that they took... Yeah, they captured first. Wow. This had the Great Barrier Reef, which is 2 natural wonder tiles. Fantastic city. So, fair play to Carthage, I guess. Let's play on, see what happens at home. So here you can see we settled our own city a little north of the one we took. Just giving room to settle one down here, I think. Around about now is when we're probably getting our iron swordsmen, or whatever they're called. Ours are called legions. So we're getting our legions, which are fantastic units. Except they only work. They don't work when they get upgraded. So if I leave one fortified, they will work like a citadel. They damage everybody around them. So they don't boost everyone around them. They just damage everything that's around them. So you can park them right next to a city, and they will just damage their defender turn after turn. So we're probably... I think I might have started a war without them, but we're getting them around about when we start attacking, at least, which may not be too soon. Actually, let me stop it there because it took me ages to take this city. I think I landed troops in between this Assyrian city and this city-state, and it was painful. The city-state was hostile, was at war with me. I was getting pounded in between here. I think I might have had to attack and disengage a few times. Let's see, it looks like Carthage again going strong still. The Ottomans have settled above the Aztecs over here in this island. Yeah, nothing too interesting. The Ethiopians, I want to say they were quite the strength right now. They start off, they get like a lot of bonuses from their unique ability. I think they like to get free techs and free cultures and different stuff. When they get a tech, they get something free or something like that. I can't remember. But they usually start strong. They usually have a nice tech lead, a nice cultural lead. But unfortunately, they have the Aztecs right next to them. What's all these squares I'm seeing? These can't be all cities. Units? I don't even know what I'm seeing there. Oh, sorry, I've gone on way too far. How do I get on that far? So let's stop it around here. So we're about to take this city. And I don't think... We do go very aggressive while we still have legions. I think we might get up around here with still legions. Let me pause it there because I see the Aztecs have taken an Ethiopian city. The end of Ethiopia, or the literal end of Korea. The Carthaginians have solidified their strength there. And the Ottomans also have forward settled. And you got to remember, there's a lot of wars going on here. I want to say Carthage might have been at war with the Ottomans, might have been at war with Austria. They're not an aggressive civ usually, but they seem to be at war a lot in this game. But they're no concern of us at the moment. I think we took a pause here. This was their capital. And I got a little extended, but I had to go for it. I had these legionnaires. I think they were already falling behind their upgrades, but I wanted to keep them because, well, they're my unique ability. They can still hold their own against one upgrade above them. So I was using them as much as I could. I could have lost here. I have to say this. I was very stretched. If they had, I was so far behind technology wise. I could have lost it right, and I'm feeling quite stretched. What won me this game and what makes Rome their best ability, I feel. Every one of these cities I took, you keep. You know, you take it, nothing's destroyed. Not even the walls get destroyed after you take them. So this city is now like defendable. Often you take a city, especially if you overextend yourself and really try and stretch into the middle of somebody's territory. You take a city and then you're surrounded by siege weapons and you're just gone. Like, it takes one hit from a siege weapon. 2 hits. Not these cities. You get half their health and full defensive abilities. And you should have a little army around it as well. So I think we might have... I want to say we might have taken this city over here. Maybe it was a religious city. Yeah. Okay, so this is our own city as well. We just settled. We didn't capture that. Yes, no. Yes, no. That's some Irish people say a lot. We didn't capture this. We settled here. But this was a religious city. We have no religion at this point. So we take the religion for our own. Catholicism, if I remember correctly. I don't think I do remember correctly. I think this might be a religious city over here. The Austrians, they'd be more likely to go with Catholicism within the framework of the game. So maybe this was their capital. Maybe it was just on my way. I could take it, so I took it. It might have had some resources I wanted. I'm not really sure. But we went ahead and took it. The Aztecs, I want to say they were at war with a lot of people. Well, they stay at war with people in these games. They could have been at war with us. They were at war with us at a lot of times. Although it wasn't a shooting war too often. I want to see what happened with this city here. No, it's just Aztecs. Nothing strange there. Now, we don't rest. I think this might have been the time when the legions were getting very overstretched. And I wanted to get the last bit of use out of them. I think I might just declare war on Austria instantly nearly. Yeah, I didn't wait too long at all. The idea was to push through. I want to say maybe this was Vienna. I had it in my sights. And this is their religious city. It's a bit of a guess here, but I do seem to remember taking 2. Oh, took this one. I just take them all, I guess. Yeah, that was right. I only left them 1 there. Let's go back there. It looks like I lost some territory in my own land. Happiness. I was in a I was in a bad way for happiness. From this point on in the game, I think I will stay in a bad way for happiness. I didn't make use of some parts of the game as good as I probably could have, but also I needed to get, what's it called? Archaeology. When you get the archaeology, I start getting massive bonuses for happiness. And shout out to, I think it's Ji is his name, one of my viewers. He sent me a message saying, I've sorted your happiness problem. You need to get yourself what are they called when you do an archaeological dig and you keep the site, whatever the site is called. And sure enough, they get you like 5-6% happiness worth. I think it's every city gets some happiness or whatever it is. It's pretty massive. But before I got to that point, I started to have to. I had to do triage on myself, meaning cut off the parts that didn't work, meaning just throw out, partially hurt myself to help the whole. And what I decided to do was to give this city up. I think I might have given away another city as well somewhere. No, maybe a little later. So I give this city up for the greater good is how I'm looking at it. Okay, how's the rest of the world looking? They're very stagnant, even though they have been at war with each other a lot, if my memory holds. But really, they've not taken a lot. Have the Aztecs done anything down there? No. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Well, a little spoiler there. But let's go back to where we were. Yeah, nobody's moved too much. Although there is a lot of war. The world is in quite a bit of turmoil. The Carthaginians, the Ottomans are miles ahead on their on technology at least. Just a moment. Ah, good. Yeah, the Ottomans are a good bit ahead at this point, technology speaking. Whereas the Carthaginian score is quite high. Actually, I don't think it's quite high until a few moments from now. Yeah, they go to war with the Ottomans, and I think they capitulate straight away pretty much. That catapults the Carthaginians to the top of the game, score-wise. So I'm in a... Let me just go back to the Ottomans. Yeah, the Ottomans also took out the Aztecs. I think the Aztecs are looking strong at this point. They are high score, respected military. Me and the Aztecs are the only ones that have gone authoritarianism, or whatever the early one is. Meaning we have a stronger army. We have 10, maybe 20% bonus when you add up all the bonuses around. We probably have better upgrades and things like that. So we have pretty strong armies, but they had the tech on us. It did not work well for the Aztecs, but I think we start a war quite early here. We're not particularly ready for it, but you have to understand how far behind we are at this point. Significantly, like we're gonna lose this game if we just sit back and do nothing. In fact, in some ways, I'd written the game off. I decided one roll of the dice, we have to go after Carthage, which I think is here. Yeah, I think this city is Carthage. This is an old city-state. So we have to go after it. We have to hit it. Yeah, I don't think it was even so much Carthage I was worried about. It was the Ottomans. I knew they were over here. How am I getting there? Like, I felt I could have just played my game, and if the Carthage got too close to any victory, launch a war against them. But more to my concern was the Ottomans, or even the Aztecs still. Like, I need to be able to get to them. Sure, I can get through the Navy. Though it was very difficult to circumnavigate the world in this game. This is locked, and this has one route through it. It was outrageously tightly packed. That's the only way through. Well, yeah, I guess you could come through to the right, to the left there. But so the world's quite congested navy-wise. We learned that towards the end of the game when I just had to move troops so slowly. I think let's play this on a little bit. See what happens here. I think I'm gonna take this city. Let's play that back again. I didn't even see this city stay here. I must have used great generals to get a little close to that, or maybe Austria had. This I think is a city-state, and maybe this. No, city-state. Not city-state Carthage. I take this, and as you can see, it goes back to city-state and back to Carthage. Yeah, there, it just flashed. So I liberated it, hoping it would be strong enough to hold down its own. It wasn't. It wasn't even close to it. I think I retreated, stopped the war, restarted the war, stopped the war. Ah, what was that? Ah, Carthage took out the city-state that was here. Anus, I think it was called. Also, as you can see, the Ottomans are starting to beat down the Aztecs. So the Aztecs feel like a beaten race at this point. I'm going to let this play because we've just got to see some things pop in and out here. Yeah. Looks like I managed to hold the city-state this time. Well, I say hold it because I think I remember I pieced out and the Carthaginians just won it back straight away because they're just able to pump out ambassadors or whatever they're called so outrageously fast that it's just hard to deal with. So all these city-states were at war with me. Also, I want to go back and see what happened to the Ottomans here. We wanted this tile as another city. I never got around to it. While I was distracted up here, I think they even built this city a few turns before I noticed it. But it became not worth my time. But Carthage took over Ethiopia, made them their vassal. So while I'm fighting up here, I also had to keep this is my capital. No, sorry, this is my capital. I had to keep a close eye down here. It wasn't too much trouble. It was a few afterthought units I left down here to defend and ultimately I think take over. And let's oh no, that's about where we got. Oh no, we took this city here. Okay. Perfect. I think you could see a great general is just eating this land in here. The Ottomans have taken more of the Aztecs' outlying land. They just have their central base. I think they might keep this then. I think this... Yeah, I don't think this will change till the end of till towards the end. Spoilers, obviously. The Carthaginians have consolidated here. How did they manage that actually? Because I was sure they were vassals of the Ottomans, but maybe in a negotiation deal, maybe they went to war. They broke out our vassaldom and they went to war. Either way, they took this city. This is a capital city, I think, here. Yeah, I'm nearly sure it is. So they have the capital of Ethiopia, the capital of Korea, the capital, well, their own capital. So they're not particularly well liked, I don't think, by the rest of the world. They're seen as warmongers. A bit unusual for Carthage, but I think it's how they were seen. We also had 1, 2, 3 capitals. Now, this is not much is going to change for the next good few turns. Although I think the speed of the turn changes is just as quick at the end as at the start, even though it should slow down. It should be time rather than turn, I think, because so much happens in 1 or 2 turns at the start, so much happens in 1 or 2 turns at the end, whereas it could be 5, 6 turns at the start just to do something simple. So we are fighting Carthage here in a battle that takes 50, 60, 70 turns. I don't know. We push in, we get pushed out, we push in, we decide to change tactics. Actually, I'll know when the end of this war is coming. If I let it play, I'll just pause it when that happens. Because we actually change tactics. Let me go back a moment there. These city-states were giving us a lot of trouble. So I decided in one of the peace deals, to hell with it. Let's just take these city-states. So I took these 2. I'm not sure if I took this one in the end. Did the Aztecs win something back there? Yeah, okay, they're holding their own now. They're fighting back. They managed. Okay, I did take this city-state. It was too much of a tour on my side. I wasn't able to hold on to it. So let's just use our army and take it. At this point, I think I fully embrace... Oh, mistaken cards there. I fully embrace what Rome is. Forget piecing out with city-states. Even these cities here, I think I should have just took everything. Just took it all. Like, I don't need allies. Although this saves me a lot of happiness. It gives me trading partners. There's a lot of reason to vassal out people. And I'm not too upset with doing it. I think Austria was a great vassal to have because they were taking a lot of these city-states because they have that ability, which isn't fantastic for me. It hurts me a little, but it hurts everyone else more. It keeps them from being at war with me, the city-states. Or even more, it gets them at war with my enemies. Because Austria has to be at war with my enemy. Austria's city-states have to be at war with my enemy. So yeah, it's a great advantage. So yeah, we're pounding on Carthage, but after sitting back, taking these cities, reallocating resources, I got it quite quickly. In fact, I took both those cities there. I pieced out at this point, around about this point anyway, because I'm worried about the Ottomans. Actually, let's play just one or two more turns. I'm terrified about the Ottomans at this point, because I didn't realize how close they were to cultural victory. I knew they had a tech lead. Also, I should point out, I thought cultural victory was how it used to work a couple of Fox Populis ago. All you needed to do was be influential with everyone, and boom, it's over. They've updated that. You need to be influential with everyone. You need to, I think, have a couple of ideologies or something like that. And you need to be at a certain tech level, and you need to build a wonder. So I didn't need to worry as much as I did. But around about now, I'm panicked. They are influential with everyone except for me and Carthage. Actually, a few turns ago now that I think about it, because it was before I took Carthage. They're influential with everyone except me and Carthage. And they're in their 90s with both of us. So part of me thought maybe I leave Carthage alive so she can challenge their culture, their tourism and stuff. Another part of me thought, which I went for in the end, if I take Carthage, that should boost my tourism. Sure, Carthage will become dominated or influential under the Ottomans, but I should be safer. It didn't work out that way. And there wasn't, the wonders that I got here weren't that good for tourism. The Ottomans quickly, within one or two turns, became influential with everyone for just one or two turns though. I think declaring war on them had a great benefit. We play back there. So I'm at war with them up here, I think. I've landed units. I'm fighting here for a good while. I'm killing units, sure. I'm distracting them. But I'm not getting that much. At the same time, I had a navy. Finally, when I finished off with the Ottomans, I pieced out. I sailed them through here. And their job was to go straight for the capital. On the way, if necessary, I'd take out some things. And taking this city is what saved me from... well, in my mind at that time. It turns out I had a bit more leeway. But it's what I felt saved me from the Ottomans' cultural victory. Because this cost them culture. It lost them 2 or 3% influence with me. Which they quickly grew back. But I realised, okay, that's a viable option, is it? Our capital is just above here. This was a weak enough city. It gave me close enough to fly planes up, or I think I had planes at this stage. And my navy's massive. My navy is pretty powerful. So I just sailed them through these straits here and just grabbed the city. And once I had this city, I'm happy at this point. The Ottomans are done for. You got to remember, I'm keeping these walls intact. I'm keeping these barracks intact. This city is a defensive base. They can't do anything. So from here, I think I might have pieced out. I don't think I did, actually. I think, yeah, I just took their capital. You can see the Aztecs as well. I think this is with a bit of my help. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a story to this. I'll keep a pause there because it all happens within 1 or 2 turns. Well, I say I keep a pause. I'll go back. Alright, I'll go back to there. I piece out against the Ottomans. Biggest mistake in the game. Cost me 20, 30 turns. Probably cost me 1 or 2 video lengths. Yeah, probably was the most impactful when you compared it to the length of the video, to the length of the series took. Mistake I made in the game. Although early mistakes compound so much, this late mistake felt like it. Why was it a mistake to piece out? I have their capital. What do I care? I'm trapped. This is locked. This is an inland sea, except for one strait here. What's the big deal though? The big deal is the Ottoman territory hits up against the land here. I can't get out. Aztecs save me. I can't. This city here, this little bump you see right at the tip of my mouse pointer. It's touching against the land. I'm still trapped. I have to wait, what, 15, probably now 14 or 13 turns until the Ottomans, until our peace deal runs out and I can go to war with them again. Or I decide maybe I can take the city-state. No, that won't get me through. So what do I do? And then, okay, I decide to take the city-state and I have an idea. I think we might see it happen. There we go. See a little bump. Citadel. I got a citadel. That the idea would have just got me this straight, I think. Or I think the citadel with a fort. It turns out that doesn't work, by the way. You can't go citadel, fort, citadel, fort. Well, you can put them beside each other, but you can't sail between them. At least it doesn't seem you can. But just before this, I get culture. I get a new ideology. And one of the options is my citadels take 2 tile circles. So I've got my strait. I've got my very narrow strait here. My navy is now able to... God, this is a long sail, this was. My navy has to sail through this strait, through the edge of this map, back over here. Where is this strait then? Here, they have to sail through here. Because, remember, this is Korea's capital. Here is Ethiopia's capital. I need them. This was so awkward and nasty to have to move my navy this far. So they're still sailing. They're just sailing. So, oh, never mind. They're starting. Here I go killing again. We take this great city, Bushu, maybe I want to say. Has the Great Barrier Reef around it. Doesn't take us too long then to Io. And we might end up taking a lot here. So we're at war. We're on this front here. The idea was just to hold here. We don't want to do anything too serious. Just hold it. Take this city. Take this city. They ended up putting up more of a fight than we would have liked. But as you can see, they break in the end. You probably just flashed there. We bring Korea back alive. This was a little bug in the game, but something I took advantage of twice. When we liberate them, they became our vassal. And therefore declared war on Carthage. But they did it in that order. We liberated them. They ejected Carthage units from their territory because we're not aboard you. Get the hell out. You don't have opened the borders with us. Get out. Then they declared war on them. So it was a way to move all the units back and keep this bulwark. Unfortunately, I didn't defend them well enough the first time. Because I'm doing this with the navy. I don't have the army in there quite as well. I concentrate on taking this city. I liberate this city-state. I won't bother rewinding it. But you see in a flash, liberate it. But Carthage took them both back. Took this one back. Took Korea back. No big deal. They've lost their walls now. As soon as they took them, they had to tear the walls and defend the defenses down. Weren't that difficult to take back. I have everything I need here. I don't need any more, but they're still putting up a hell of a fight. Oh, I'm a bit ahead of myself. Yeah, I guess I've already moved my navy down here. I've got everything I need. My army's defending. Unfortunately, then, I want to say the Ottomans declared war around now. They nuke me. They nuke their own capital. The capital full of wonders. The capital they've spent years building. They nuke it. But luckily all the walls stay intact. Everything is good. I just lose half my health. I lose a few units. Still very defendable. This cost me tens of thousands of pumping in, buying foreign legions. Units die en masse, but I don't care. All I have to do is hold on while I'm taking this. So I continue down here, as we just seen that. Navy takes this. I'm going to take this as well. We just need this one city. Boom. We have all capitals bar one. The Aztecs. I'm instantly able to peace out with the Ottomans. I want to peace out with the Carthaginians down here. I peace out. I want to peace out with the Ottomans, but the same bottleneck is still here. Sorry, not the same one. I do have a passage through there. This bottleneck into this sea, which you can just see there's a sea in here. Access to the Aztec capital. After this, I'll go to the main map so you can see all this again. So I'm sailing my navy through the small gaps of the ice here, all the way around to get here. So I don't want to peace out. Now, as it turns out, I decide to take another path. I realise my army's strong enough just to push through to the city. And it turns out we do this in 1 turn, 3 turns, or maybe 5 turns to get all the way there. It was quite quick. So I actually called the navy off at this point. I never bothered to peace out with the Ottomans. I probably could have at this point. I also nuked up here just for the fun of it. Never got that cool animation. I must reload a video or two and just try it again, just for the next series, so I make sure I have it. So yeah, we just take everything and it's game over. Let's see, one more turn here. Show you what I mean about these log jams and stuff. So here's our starting island. Ice lock down the bottom. That was oh yeah, we still had 2 units trapped in there. So yeah, this is the island. We started with the city state here. No way off it. We push up through here, as you've seen. Can I not zoom out any farther? Unfortunately, that's unfortunate. So yeah, nearly ice locked here. We end up moving some navy through here, but they're trapped then. The Carthaginians have a canal city. That's very convenient for them to actually move troops. But well, even so, they would have been landlocked. They would have been impeded with this ice with just one canal through, sort of. Yeah, so the Ottomans had their own little island pretty much as well. And we turned out to be the 2 strongest games. So yeah, I nuked here, they nuked there. Not in that order, the other order. Here was the bit of landlocked. I wouldn't have been able to get into this water to take this city if I had it pieced out with the Ottomans, is what I was worried about. But as I said, the army just piled on through. I even put all these guys asleep because you're not going to make it in time. The army's going to win the day. Go army, boo navy, I guess. I'm sure that will annoy someone or please someone. Yeah, so that's it. End of game. I was really happy with this. Oh, I must see. Can I get back to that screen now? How would I get back to it? Victory progress, perhaps? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm glad maybe the retire screen would get me there. Do I have to play 1 more turn to be able to retire? Let's see. Put everyone asleep I can find. Yeah, let's just do 1 more turn just for my own curiosity and maybe for your guys. Why am I showing you guys this? But still, you have to say this 1 more turn, I'll lose everything. Everyone will re-invade me. I've never pieced out. Yeah, I'm just curious if I can then retire and get back to that map screen. Because it would be a useful thing to know. I'll have to wait for the processing to end. Anything else I think would be worth discussing? Oh yeah, let's find out where that religious city was. Sorry, a bit of lag here. So, I was thinking it might have been Salzburg. Doesn't look like it. It was, in fact, Vienna, or around there. Yeah, it was Vienna, which was the religious city. So, I'm not sure why I took this city. I guess it was just there. It was just there and able to be took. What did I start with around my city? That I don't think it was that good of a starting spot, if I remember correctly. It looks like I have silver. Do I have much silver? But I guess it's what I would have seen at the start. Alright, enough of this. Thank you. You've done everything, game. Can I move on with my narration? Yeah, I think I start with the silver monopoly, but I also had coffee, which enticed me a little. Yeah, I'm not really sure what jumped out. I don't really restart the game much to find the perfect starting spot. I have to say, I sort of find okay starting spots. I think it might be in floodplains, just a bit of food. Sure, whatever. Just a bit of food or something like that. Having yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what enticed me too much. I guess you can go back and watch episode 1 and find out. I probably would have discussed it there. So this is just for my own curiosity. Can I retire from the game? I cannot. Alright, so that's where we'll end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this recap. Towards the end of the series, I started editing things in and out. Don't worry, at the start of the series, I won't do that too much. I'll mostly just be showing you everything. It's just towards the end when it gets a little repetitive, checking each city for every little tile, which I often don't do in a game. Whereas editing it out allows me the confidence to think no one's looking, nobody's waiting for me to go. I can take my time, edit this out. So I actually quite enjoyed that, taking those extra times on some parts, moving units around, a bit boring. But I think I might have edited too much, so we'll hopefully get a better balance next time. So any part of the series should be on a playlist that's probably popped up on the bottom right of the screen around now. So if you want to go back and watch through the whole thing, feel free. The series before that should be up here. Actually, you know what? What will I put up here? Yeah, let's keep that as the playlist before that. It should be up here. Subscribe button down here. And I'll add one link up here to my next episode, my next series. The start of my next series should pop up here, unless you're watching this as soon as I put it out, in which case it probably won't be. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Every day at 2 o'clock I upload a new episode. Might take a couple of days off in between series though. Hope to see you then. Have a good one and bye.